Hey guys, Jack here. Thanks for clicking on the video. What we have here today is a dice tower that I made. The reason I made a dice tower is because I wanted to make some scatter terrain, like Dungeons and Dragons scatter terrain. But originally I wanted to make science fiction scatter terrain, which I'm still going to go back to. But I decided to go with the D&D style. So I made quite a few things already. In this video, I'm just going to be showing you the dice tower. That's it. Now, this dice tower, I used very minimal glue, and I used a lot of toothpicks, okay, bamboo toothpicks. And the bamboo toothpicks, I put all along the bottom here, around the bottom. As you can see, those are the ends. Okay, so you got toothpicks going through this whole wall, all the way around. But not only that, these are not individual bricks. These are all strips of EVA foam that I just cut. Once I had them all in place, once I laid those strips down, I just went in there with a scissor and made little cuts like that very easily, like snip, 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 snip. I just cut little cuts in there where I wanted to see the lines, the brick lines. So there's barely any glue holding this project together. There's just a few drops here and there where I needed the most, okay? Like this one here, you can see that's not glued. Now, I can go in there, like if it bothers you that much, just go in there and put a little drop in there and squeeze it down, and you won't have to deal with that anymore. Just put a little drop, squeeze it down, and you don't have to worry about it. But there will be like a few gaps that you'll see moving, and you can just put a little drop in there. You don't have to go crazy with glue to make something like this. The tower itself, well, first let me start with the base of the tower here. The steps are just layers of foam that I put so that they can look like steps. Inside here is just a step that I cut out of one piece. I just went in and made little cuts with a blade and made some stairs. And I just glued it up against the inside of the back of the tower there on the inside. I just glued it in there. Then I just filled up the bottom of it with some scrap foam, which gave it support so it doesn't collapse. And I glued that all down on top of these little slabs that I put here. This one I cut in a round circle because I wanted to give this a little more height. Now these bricks here are actually like kind of like pineapple slices from the can. They're just EVA foam that I looped and I glued together on the ends. Same thing, strips, just strips. And I just bent them and glued them. And then I stacked them and I just forced toothpicks all through the layers. And as I added another layer, I added more toothpicks and another layer and more toothpicks, so on and so forth until you get to the top of it. Here I made a little latch that opens so you can drop the dice in. And the idea is you throw the dice in there and they'll bounce off the steps over here and land in the courtyard. And then you can see your numbers. Very easy. I'm going to use these little foam cubes that I cut out just because I don't have my dice. I don't know where they're at. So I'm going to go ahead and just drop them in there and show you guys how this works. It's a nice build to have if you like to do some gaming and you want to roll your dice, you know, into something fun like this. It's easy to make. And there you go. Drop in the dice and you just read your numbers. If they fall like that, stacked, you just do it again, I guess. If there's any issues, you do it again, but it works like 98% of the time. It works well. These dice are very light, so they don't have no gravity, barely. Um, that's why they're getting stuck on the steps in there, because they're not heavy. But if you put some heavy dice in there, they're going to come out every time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It's fun doing this. All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and I'm going to paint it black for starters. That way I get into all the crevices. And then I'm going to start adding the colors that I want to the stone. So yeah, I'll come back with another video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and let me know if you guys try out the strips to make bricks. I really think that's the best way to go about it. If, like, for the most part, I mean, with very few exceptions. Like some spots you don't want to drive toothpicks in. You know, some spots you want to make sure they're glued securely, and that's understandable. But if you're doing like a mass brick wall, you don't have to make brick by brick. Or if you're doing a little house or something, you don't have to go brick by brick. You can do it like that. Anyway, I'm out of here. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please consider doing so. Okay? You can find me by searching Trash Bashing with Jack of Spades. Thanks, guys, and catch you later.